live.
Oh, I love being live. Got it. Dude, I'm actually so excited. You know why I'm excited, Jarrett?
Why are you excited?
Because it's almost NFL season.
That's true.
And for me, it's like Christmas every Sunday. You know?
And Thursday. And Monday.
Yeah. I mean, I wish there were games 7 days a week.
I think once football, like college football season starts, I think like Tuesday and Wednesday, it might just be Tuesdays, are the only game without some form of football.
That's hot.
Yeah. So
I got this little friend right here that's kind of annoying me. Oh, well.
sure. Copy the link. Da, 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 da.
Oh, that's brighter. Would you love me less? All right. I want to do this.
Nope. I added a couple more movies just to drive the thumbnail a little bit.
Okay. I'm right with that. What are we looking forward to movie-wise? What's coming up?
For this week?
Well, just in general for the next couple of weeks. Anything big?
I'll have to. I know Beast comes out on the 19th.
We love Idris Elba.
We do love Idris Elba. I'm really excited for the movie I'm watching tomorrow. So,
What's it called?
Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
That sounds familiar. Is somebody fairly big in it?
Pete Davidson.
Yes. Yes. We saw a preview for it somewhere.
I saw it during the Nope. I don't know where else you might have seen it.
It wasn't during the Nope.
Yeah, trust me, I'm aware. All right. You ready to start?
I think so.
All right. We are live in a 3, a 2, a 1.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Silence Your Cell Phones. My name's Kevin, here with my handler, Jared Hubbard.
How's everyone doing?
I didn't hear any answers there, so.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure that.
Maybe it was rhetorical.
Oh, okay. Well, if you weren't asking me, I'll tell you anyways. I'm doing well.
That's good. It's been a while.
It has.
Not that we haven't seen each other.
Right.
IRL, as the kids might say.
Yeah, we did. We did things, fun things.
Yeah, we've been
vacationing.
Yeah.
So we had some downtime. Not really downtime. We did do a podcast while we were away.
We did, just not on this channel.
Right, which was a super fun time. And we did that with the Omnibus guys. The guys we recommend you guys listen to for
and the
all
whiskey.
Things. No, yeah, I was going to get to that.
Was there?
Whiskey and Wrestling. It was a super cast, is I think what we were calling it. Jody's Fearology podcast. Jody was there. Of course, he's a part of the Omnibus guys. So yeah, it was really cool to get to work with those guys, and that episode should be airing soon. So give you guys something to look forward to.
I know it was a lot to edit.
Oh yeah, I mean, how long were we in there?
We were there for 2 hours, but Jay was talking about how he has to edit the two because we were on different rigs, right? So it's like 8 different voice
lines
he has to edit together. So,
wow.
So I know he's got his hands full with that. But it's not like we didn't watch movies.
Yeah.
I mean,
we watched stuff and did movie and TV things.
Yeah.
It wasn't a complete vacation.
So what did you get into over your 3 weeks?
I watched, I actually watched a lot of things. I watched a lot of TV shows. Scorpion still being the main culprit, I guess.
Yeah.
I watched Buzz Lightyear. Finally, it got released on Disney Plus. And then we watched Bullet Train. Obviously, was the one we did catch in theaters. I started to watch. They added a new Kurgiri. It's a gambling TV show.
Yeah, on Netflix.
Yeah, they added a new part, so I watched that. And I was a really big fan of the original. I just thought it was a really cool concept of school where you just high school students gamble, and it's pretty high stakes, like limbs, digits, your life.
Yeah, typical things you gamble with.
Yeah. But yeah, that was, I know I'm missing some because there's some TV shows that I watched, I think in their entirety, if I'm not mistaken. Still watching Hunter x Hunter. The Chimera Ant arc just ended.
Nice.
So
you're at the tail end of it.
Tail end, yeah. But yeah, that was pretty much it for me. What about you? What'd you get into?
I actually watched a bunch over the past couple weeks. I tried to catch up with all the newer movies that have come out on all of my streaming services. So I watched Honor Society, which has Dustin from Stranger Things in it.
Yes, love him.
Where he plays kind of like a nerdy kid in school, surprise. And he's the number 1 student, and the number, I think 2 or 3 student has to kind of like distract him during their finals week in hopes that he'll bomb it and she'll get the 1 spot so she can get the teacher recommendation into Harvard. Pretty funny movie, nice little rom-com. Nice twist at the end that I enjoyed. I watched Prey on Hulu.
Gatton.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to think of his name.
Yeah.
Gatton Matarazzo.
Yeah, I can't say his last name.
Definitely Italian.
Yeah. So I watched Prey on Hulu this week, the new Predator movie. It was absolutely fantastic. I'll probably talk about it a little later in the podcast because I know it was kind of big. I watched a movie called One Up about an all-female MOBA team.
Oh, that was the other thing I watched.
Players. Yeah, it was my inspiration. So I finished Players, and then this popped up in my like Amazon Prime movies you might like. The movie is absolutely awful. Might be Space Jam 2 levels of bad.
No way.
Yeah, it has Ruby Rose in it, and it was just atrocious. Like everything about the movie's bad. Don't watch it.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Garrett, watch a movie so we don't have to.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of watching Only Murderers in the Building with Steve Martin, Martin Short, Selena Gomez. Got nominated for a bunch of Emmys.
Apparently, it's Steve Martin's curtain call. That's it. He's
done after that?
Yeah. Because he said something about how weird it is that this is it, and he's at peace. Like he's perfectly okay with just ending his career. And what a career it's been.
I mean, it's been great so far. It's a really good whodunit. I like a good murder mystery. And then I started watching, and I'll probably get to it after I finish Only Murders in the Building. Sandman came out on Netflix.
Yeah,
the Neil Gaiman
I've
story.
Heard it looks weird. First off,
yeah, I mean it's a graphic novel,
but I've heard that it's been done correctly.
Yeah, I think it's got like a 90 something on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
it's basically got. I won't say basically. It's got 4 or 5 Game of Thrones actors in it. So the guy who plays Tywin Lannister's in it. Brienne of Tarth is in it.
Nice. We love Brienne.
Yeah, I think she plays the devil.
Sweet.
So it's a very interesting concept. It's comic booky if you're into that type of stuff. So I watched episode 1 and enjoyed it. I'll get to the rest of it. And then I watched Nope as well. So
nice.
Had a
well,
productive 3 weeks.
That makes one of us that watched that. I kept saying I would. And then as the days just went by, I was just like, should I go today? Like, I'm not really feeling it. Plus, I got to keep it a stack. I think last year I made an announcement similar to this one. I'm a huge NFL guy.
Yeah.
A huge NFL guy. I love the Sundays are pretty much taken up. I watch like every game. I do daily fantasy sports. I do like 4 leagues. So I've been doing a lot of research, getting that foundation for the next season. So that's taking up a lot of my time as well. But I do want to say I didn't want to go the episode without announcing the passing of a legend, Olivia Newton-John.
Yes,
passed. It was my dad had an enormous crush on her apparently when he was younger. Because who didn't?
I mean, I think she single-handedly gave us all a leather kink.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, I wanted to make sure we shouted that out.
Yeah,
our condolences with the Newton-John family. But yeah, so let's go ahead and hop into the episode. We got our vacation stuff out of the way, what we watched. Sir. So let's talk about. Did you want to do Bullet Train first?
Yeah, we can do Bullet. That we can do. Oh, I mean, I can run through Nope and Prey since I was the only one that watched them. So yeah, I can make it.
Well, I didn't know Prey was on the menu for tonight. I'm sorry.
Well, it's on Hulu, so you can watch it whenever.
Well,
I just think it's just a big deal. Like that's the only reason
I couldn't watch Prey literally until today.
Why?
So I don't have Hulu. I didn't, but my phone plan.
Okay.
Actually, there's like a family bundle, and I get Hulu free, and I literally just found out today.
Okay, so, well, like I said, I just put Prey in here because I know people are talking about it.
Yeah, it was definitely a big talking point. I wanted to watch it.
Yeah, so I'll talk about Nope, brief about Prey because I won't spoil anything for you. Same thing with Nope. I won't stay too long. Nope is Jordan Peele's new film.
Yeah.
For those of you who aren't familiar with Jordan Peele, he was a comedian from the Key and Peele Show who started directing horror films, I guess, probably 5 or 6 years ago. Get Out was fantastic. He did Us, which was very popular. He co-produced Candyman, the remake, and then now he did Nope, sci-fi kind of monster thriller. Probably, in my opinion, his best work.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it better than any of his other movies. I thought the setup to everything was fantastic. I think they set rules that they followed throughout the film
nice.
that they called back to earlier. I really enjoyed the monster, we'll call it. I thought it was very well done. More ominous than scary, but very well done. It explained all the trailers, things that I was confused about.
Yeah, I think everybody was confused. So whenever we did, when we went into the Supercast, we had to pick our topic. And what we were going to talk about was the trailer thing.
Mm-hmm.
And how, especially with Nope, how the trailer was very like off-putting, didn't give you a lot of, like the very first trailer. And I was glad when you told me that everything was explained because it was weird.
Yeah.
Like it was odd,
Yeah, I mean, it was just a weird trailer, like all the wacky inflatable,
wacky wavy inflatable arm flailing tube men.
Yeah, that are just in like just in the middle of a pasture.
Yeah.
It all gets explained. Daniel Kaluuya was probably my favorite part.
Okay.
He probably had 50 words the entire movie.
Who, the photographer?
No, he is the brother.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Keke Palmer, also fantastic. A lot of good monologues from her. I enjoyed her a lot. I gave it like an 85, 90. As far as I mean, it's not like I'm not going to say it's a horror movie because like if you're going in there thinking you're going to be scared, I don't think that's what the movie
So
is.
is it like thriller suspense
Yeah,
kind of deal?
It's sci-fi thriller.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there are scary parts. Like there are some jump scares, but it's not like I don't think it's at the tone's as nearly as dark as the Black Phone was.
Yeah.
But it's much more mysterious. Like it's way more ominous about what's going on. So I would definitely suggest it to anyone who is into that type of stuff or anybody really. It's just a really good movie. I liked a bunch of the shots they did. Very well done.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I will definitely go see it at some point. But yeah, Jordan Peele is one of those guys who has had success in the past directing horror films, and I didn't like Candyman. Right, I wasn't a fan. I saw that he co-produced it. I had never seen Get Out or what's Us. Us. Is that the I Got 5 on it?
Yeah,
that one. Yeah. I had heard different things about those films. Somebody said that he had like one good film. Which one was that? Us?
No, I like to Get Out more than Us. I like the first half of Us, and then it took a really weird turn.
Yes, that's what it was.
That kind of put me off, but some people liked that. Okay. So it's like I think it's a your preference type thing. But again, the turning point in Us was something that was not portrayed in the trailer. So I was not expecting the tone to shift from the movie that it did.
Right.
Jordan Peele also does have a tendency to go a little more political in his movies than I typically enjoy when I'm watching a film. But that's his style, and I can appreciate him, taking jabs at systems and things like that. And sometimes they're done well, like in Get Out, I think was done better than the ones that were taken in Us. I really like Nope because I didn't feel anything like that. Like he was just telling
politically motivated.
Yeah. Like he was just telling a story that kind of let me escape into this world. Cause like the stuff that happens in Us and Get Out to some extent, you kind of get like shoved back into reality.
Yeah.
About like, oh, okay, this is what.
Well, that was what I didn't like about Sandman. Was that there seemed to be, and it's one of those things that like why do we go to the movies, right? Yeah. It's like our escape from the real world, from like what we're doing, to just take 2 to 3 hours of our day and just really enjoy our time in the theater and the experience. So I don't want to watch politics like in my films. Like I understand that, you're allowed to take liberties as a director or a producer, and that's fine. I just don't like it to be like in your face. And I thought that Candyman was very much in your face. I mean, it was
like the same issues we had with Don't Look Up.
Right.
Right. Like it was.
Yes.
It never felt like it was its own universe.
Right.
Like everything that was going on there was directly correlated to something in the real world. And it wasn't even like tastefully done.
Yeah.
Which I think, like I said, Get Out, I think was a lot more well done in the aspects that he chose to kind of put his political viewpoints in. I liked them way more in Get Out than I did anything in Don't Look Up and Us.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely go see Nope. As far as Prey goes, that's probably.
Sorry, that's Italian.
Yeah.
Means you're welcome.
Yeah. Prey is honestly the best Predator movie ever made.
Really?
Yes, hands down. I was more, and I made a Facebook post about it. I was more upset that it did not get released in theaters.
I was gonna ask. Because I saw your post, and do you think it would have just fared better in theaters, or did you just want the experience of like a Predator movie this good?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would have done in theaters, and maybe that they just took the calculated risk out and said, "Hey, we'll just put it on Hulu." I mean, it's got Disney backing. Hulu's owned by Disney, so it's like whatever. I know it debuted at more viewers than anything Hulu has ever put out, TV show or movie.
Wow.
To date. This and The Gray Man that just came out on Netflix were like the two streaming movies that I honestly felt could probably stand on their own.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Gray Man too.
Gray Man's great.
I want to watch it. Mm-hmm.
Chris Evans, Ryan Gosling. That's all you need to know about that. Yeah. Everything about the Prey was well done. Like, it wasn't just a typical, oh, the Predator's here, let's fight it. Like,
were there any A-listers in that?
No.
Cast in that?
So the cool thing about this was, so if you're not familiar with kind of the timeline of things, it's 200 years prior to the first Predator movie.
Nice.
And the main actors are from the Comanche Indian tribe. And so everyone in the film, plus the ones working on it, minus the director, were indigenous from the Comanche tribe in Oklahoma.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So they were all Native Americans, except for there was some French settlers that were in the film that they interact with. So they were not Indian.
Right.
But I read the people who worked on the film, did the camera work, did the sound, all of them were
authentic Native Americans.
Yeah, authentic Native Americans. And I was reading a article from the main actress, and she was talking about how respectful the director was because he was not Native American. But she said he took all of their ideas to heart and incorporated them into the film. So it gave off the same vibe I got when I was watching The Northman, right? Yeah. Like, everything was super authentic.
I love that.
You could tell, like, everything they did was based in some kind of knowledge, right?
Right.
That this wasn't just a script, that they knew that this is how those people back in that time would have lived, would have acted, and things like that. So it just added another layer. The character development was great. It was like an actual film.
Like, it wasn't a guess. They did their due diligence before they put anything out.
I mean, it was
sweet.
If you take the Predator out of the movie, it's still a 90+ movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was just cool to see the Predator.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the fight scenes were great. The kills were great. Everything about the movie was great.
Well, now that I have Hulu, I can watch it.
You should. It's like an hour 45.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah, it knows exactly what it needs to be. And it's just, like I said, I think it got like a 92 critic score. And for a Predator movie, that's actually nuts.
Yeah. I want to look that up, because that's one of those that I have been hearing about. But I've never been huge on the series. So it's in the realm of good on IMDb, 7.2. I think that I would like to, at some point, probably this year, watch all the Predator films. I don't think you have to, and I might be wrong, you don't have to have prior knowledge to watch this film.
I think Predator 1 and Predator 2 might play off each other a little bit. And then Alien versus Predator is its own thing. I mean,
yeah,
they kind of explain a little bit of the Alien and Predator lore in that. And then there's Predators with Adrian Brody, which is honestly a pretty good movie. It's a little more dark, I think. Yeah, it's not as good a film, but it's a little gorier.
Okay.
So, I mean, I enjoyed them all. Predators 2 was kind of bad, but
Yeah.
I mean, you have the first one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers to get to the chopper scene.
Yeah.
So
That's all you need to say.
I think they're all on Hulu, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that was like Prey got released and it had such a big blow up. Like every time I log on to watch Only Murders in the Building, it's like watch Predators. Watch
There's Only Murders in the
Predator.
Building. Is that Hulu as well?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So Hulu's been on fire lately, which has been nice because I'm trying to at least find something to watch on each of the streaming services I'm paying for. So I feel like validated.
Yeah, but isn't your sister paying for the Hulu one? Yeah. I was on that for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's actually dope. Shouts out to Lauren Lenekis. Actually, shouts out to both Lenekises. We love them both.
That's true.
But yeah, no, I'm excited because one of my all-time favorite shows is on Hulu. It's Bones, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm excited that I get to watch like Bone shows again. Anytime I can watch them, I do watch them, you know.
That's fair. I respect that.
Huge fan. But yeah, like other than that, it was a part of the Disney bundle for Verizon. And so, sure, I'll absolutely do that. But I think the biggest thing is like with Hulu having like some decent originals to watch is they're playing catch up at this point. I mean, almost every other, Peacock even has a bunch of exclusively Peacock, shows, originals, whatever. And so I think Hulu, they're in a position where they've got the consumer base, like they've got people to buy their product. Mm-hmm. I think they need to catch up on the original side of things. Start doing their own productions and things like that. So,
yeah, Prey gives me a lot of hope for the quality that they're going to put out.
Yeah,
because it's the best straight to stream movie I've watched.
Really?
That I can remember. I have to go back and look at all of them.
Yeah,
but there's not one that stands out.
I was low key a huge fan of Underground 6. With Ryan Reynolds. I don't know, man. I think
Underground 6 is like an enjoyable movie. Yeah. But like Prey feels like a film.
Really?
Like there's some stuff in that movie that like I was very surprised at the quality that was put out.
That's awesome.
For a Hulu original movie. So
that's awesome. All right, well let's go ahead and switch gears a little bit. Let's hop on the bullet train.
The bullet train.
All right, and let's talk about Bullet Train. So, just to give you a brief rundown of the film, let me pull this up. You've got the always wonderful Brad Pitt, who is one of Jarrett's favorite actors of all time. Sandra Bullock, or Sandy as I call her.
Yeah, in her inner circles.
Yeah. She is also in the film, mostly as a voice actress, as his handler. He is a spy, I guess. He deals in espionage or
assassin.
Well, he doesn't do assassinations, remember?
Well, no, he does snatch.
He does snatch and grabs. But he obviously works for some agency that, they don't really. You assume they're good guys and they're trying to do the right thing. I'm assuming American government.
Yeah.
Anyways, he is given his first mission back. He goes on hiatus. He comes back and has this mission. It's supposed to be a simple snatch and grab. He's supposed to grab a briefcase from off this bullet train in Japan. And this bullet train in Japan just happens to be full of actual assassins. Not the least of which Lemon and Tangerine. I forget the schoolgirl's name. What was her name? Prince. And then the Hornet. And then who's the Spanish guy? The bull? No.
The wolf.
The wolf. Yeah, the wolf. And then you have White Death as your main antagonist, who was a former Russian turned Yakuza leader guy. I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, essentially Brad Pitt's just trying to grab this briefcase off this bullet train and GTFOH.
Yeah.
And it turns into this really wild, definitely fun looking movie. And I enjoyed it a lot. Jarrett, I know you were a fan of the humor. Not a lot of people, or not everybody was.
Yep.
What was your take on Bullet Train? Did overall as a film?
As a film overall, it's probably average. Like, I don't think they did anything special in terms of effects or cinematography or score or any of that. Right. I think my love for the movie came down to characters and the script. Like, I think this was, or if they're even how much of the script they used, I don't know how much of this stuff was ad-libbed and how much freedom they gave the actors. But I think it all came down to their interactions with one another and how the story played out that made me enjoy the movie as much as I did.
Yeah, I like the writing. I thought was very. It seemed fun. Yeah. The interactions and obviously Brad Pitt's I guess code name was Ladybug. But the two that immediately pop up in your head when you're talking about Bullet Train is the twins, Lemon and Tangerine. Lemon is on my left. This guy. Nope, that's Brad Pitt. This guy right here. That's Lemon. Tangerine, Jared, if you would like to point and embarrass yourself like I did.
That's Aaron Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
They were the twins, and they provided most of the comic relief in this film. Brad Pitt was very funny too, don't get me wrong. But they had a very nice chemistry.
Yeah.
That I think fed off each other. Good energy.
I thought it was very believable that they, obviously they're not actual twins, but they loved each other like brothers, and their interactions were very brotherly. Like
very genuine. And they had like cuts, like they had cut back to their youth, and they must have lived together as children, right?
Yeah, in England.
Yeah.
So like one of my favorite things about the movie, and I didn't get to talk to you about it, was when they were playing that "I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles" song.
Yeah.
That's West Ham United's chant.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
In Green Street Hooligans, that's where I learned it. That's nice. That's their West Ham's like gang affiliation, and they're always singing that in the clubs. So I was like, so when they kept playing with that, I was like, I wonder if they're from like West Ham, England. And then it showed them watching a West Ham game as kids, and I was like, that's such a little detail, but I'm so fucking in for it.
That's awesome. But their interactions were great. I loved that Sandra Bullock kept referring to them as the twins, and Brad Pitt was like, they're clearly not twins, but continue. Like, they're just not. But yeah, I guess somehow you're supposed to believe they're twins. But Tangerine and Lemon were easily the best part of the movie. They just really fed off each other. It's probably the best dynamic of any two characters in the film.
I think it takes a good director and really good actors to be able to talk about Thomas the Tank Engine as much as this movie did and pull it off.
Yeah. So Lemon he said he learned everything he knows about reading people from Thomas the Tank Engine, and he would identify what you were in terms of Thomas the Tank Engine characters.
Yeah, he had a little sticker book.
he would pop the sticker on like their forehead or something, and he'd be like, "You're a diesel." I'm like, no, I'm not a diesel. You're a diesel. But yeah, that was one of the funny. I think the interactions when Tangerine and Brad Pitt were fighting, which turned out to be like a long like fight and then dialogue, like quippy dialogue, and then fight some more quippy dialogue. It seemed like a lot of fun for the actors. I would be willing to bet they had a really good time making this movie.
Agreed.
And people see that,
Well, I mean, you get like the tone of the movie, like off the bat, right? Brad Pitt's talking about how he has this new lease on life. He's been talking to his therapist, Bob, or whatever his name is. And throughout the entire movie, all he does is quote these like inspirational, non-confrontational messages to people while he's on a train full of assassins having to fight.
Yeah. And apparently he's got this really bad luck. And people just happen to die around him like all the time, Yeah. It's really, it was really funny.
It was just, like I said, there's like the little things like that I appreciated so much in the movie.
Yeah.
He's like having to fight these people and he's like, oh, I'm so bad luck. But then he gets accidentally stabbed with the anti-venom. It's like all these accidents are actually showing that he's actually really lucky. Like he thinks of them as bad luck, but like he's actually really fortunate for half the stuff that goes down.
Yeah. The Hornet attack, that was a funny scene when he was like, can I get you water? Or like, was that the only anti-venom you had? I mean, like, you
didn't bring it back up. Ooh, hindsight.
Ooh, no. Can I get you a water or something? Like she's just over there dying.
She's bleeding out her eyeball.
It's like, dude, what do you do in that situation? And look, I read reviews that were not great.
Yeah.
I just think it comes down to knowing what you're walking into. I wasn't expecting anything more than what I got, and I was entertained.
We had that guy in the movie theater with us, the older gentleman.
Yeah.
That as soon as it was over, he stood up and like audibly just yelled in the theater, well, that sucked.
Well, he was talking to us, and I don't know why. He was like 6 rows in front of us. He gets up when the credits are rolling, turns around, looks at me, and goes, well, that sucked. And I want to be like,
and I'm just sitting there like, dude, I had a ton of fun.
Like what? I'm trying to figure out like what he was expecting though. Like again, I think it comes down to expect. I think it's such a big part of the experience. It's very. You go into a film, and you expect Oscar-winning performances from everybody. The reality is, those aren't just given to everybody. Like, the movies are made for that specific purpose, and you need to understand when you walk into a theater, some movies are just not made for that.
Well, I thought the trailers did a really good job at showing that you were going to get this like over-the-top action comedy because, I mean, the trailers show the quiet car scene.
Yeah.
Which is like pretty accurate to how the whole film is done.
Yeah.
Like
I had no qualms with how that movie was what's the word I'm looking for? How it was
advertised?
Yes, thank you. Because I thought it was true to the film.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Not quite sure. Maybe people just saw Brad Pitt and said, you know what, I'm gonna go watch a great actor act, and it's probably
it made a lot of money. So I mean, maybe
I'm sure it did. I mean, it's like a 7.5 on here.
Yeah, I think
it's not like it did bad either. Like as far as ratings go,
I think if it's your brand of humor, like it was for me, you're gonna absolutely love the movie. I mean, it was one that I laughed way more in that film than I thought I would.
Yeah,
and I fell in love with characters way harder than I thought I would.
Wow, the White Death looks weird. Was that IMDb picture? Michael Shannon?
Yeah.
I've seen him in something else.
He's going to be in Amsterdam.
Yes, he is.
He's in a ton of stuff.
Yes, he is. I'm looking right now. Oh, wow. Hard Champions, Technical. Knives Out. He was Walt.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Waco. I feel like I've seen The Shape of Water.
I haven't watched that one yet. I need to.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
I like Guillermo del Toro.
He's in a ton of stuff. I didn't even realize that was him because he looks so different.
Yeah, with the long hair.
The long hair, I
Yeah.
think maybe a little beard, maybe a little, like just a smidge of a beard.
Maybe.
You know? Yeah, he definitely looks different. But yeah, I knew exactly who that was when I saw him. But yeah, I think the movie was cast well. I think it was very well written. Yeah, it was just to me, it was a solid film. Probably 7 out of 10. Would recommend. You should watch it. It's a lot of fun. So that's just kind of where I'm at with Bullet Train.
Oh yeah, I mean, I loved it.
Yeah, it was a good time. Look, as far as like films go, like it was decent. But you just got to know.
Oh, my love for it comes strictly from the entertainment value.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Lemon.
It's not.
That's
Lemon was the best part of the Eternals.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
The dude's just great.
Yeah.
Like he slays every character he plays.
His ability was so cool in the Eternals, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh,
I'm looking for it now. Am I on the wrong thing? I am. Joke's on you, Kevin. You're dumb. Brian Tyree Henry.
Yeah.
Solid actor.
Oh, bro. I didn't realize. Did you know who the wolf was?
Who?
Bad Bunny.
Oh, I actually knew that. I knew that going in.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So apparently Bad Bunny is going to be in something else as like a main character.
He's getting a Marvel movie, I think.
Yeah, he's going to be. I don't remember. But I feel like he's a wrestler.
He also wrestles, I think.
I feel like he's a wrestler. I feel like he's going to play a Mexican wrestler with superpowers, bro. Does that sound weird?
Yeah, a little bit.
It does, doesn't it? That's what I thought. Dang it. I wish it didn't.
El Muerto.
Is he a wrestler? Gotta be. Did I nail that?
He is.
Did I nail that just now?
You did.
I'm just saying, dude.
You're on a different level.
200 IQ.
200 IQ. But I thought he was good in Bullet Train.
Yeah, no, he was fine. I mean, he was in there for like 10 minutes, and like the wedding scene was kind of gruesome. If I'm being honest,
the wedding scene was pretty rough.
I'd probably feel some type of way about that too.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that Brad Pitt was
that was the best part. Is like they tied all these other like seemingly random characters, all got tied back.
The White Death.
Yeah, somehow. Like Brad Pitt had been shot by Lemon twice in another job.
Yes.
And stuff like that. And it's just like, I love the little intricacies of the story that they all like interact with each other. And it's like, there's no ill will. They're just like, yeah, man, you're doing your job. I'm doing my job. Like
that scene with Lemon and Brad Pitt at the end, where after what happened with Tangerine happened,
yeah,
it was like, and you feel like you also gained a brother.
He was like,
hell no.
Hell no.
It's like, dude, he's known you for like 28 minutes, dude. Like, what do you expect? It's just the realest answer. It wasn't one of those like cheesy movie, like,
yeah,
oh, I've got family now. You're like a brother to me now. He's like, dude, no.
Lemon was definitely,
yeah, he was my favorite, for sure. But yeah, so if you haven't seen it, it's worth a watch. Go watch it. I enjoyed it. Jared enjoyed it. I'm sure you will too. I would love to hear your thoughts if you have seen it or when you go see it. I believe there are ways to communicate with either Jarrett or myself, which Jarrett will go through now.
Oh, okay. Way to put me on the spot. Yes, we do have socials. We have a Facebook, Silence Your Cell Phones, subcategory podcast. We got an Instagram, Silence Your Cell Phones. We got a Twitter, The Silence Phone, but you can find us at Silence Your Cell Phone as well.
Nailed it.
We got a Patreon, Silence Your Cell Phones, which we should be getting some more videos on there pretty soon. I know we say that every week, but we do actually we got some big stuff in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, and we've got some big things coming out
that we get to do. And then we have a Gmail, Silence Your Cell Phone at gmail.com.
No S.
No S. And then you can always just talk to us in person.
Yeah.
Off the line or on the line.
On the line.
If you are so inclined and you know us on Facebook or anything.
The Facebooks.
I know we kind of mentioned them earlier, but I would like to give a shout out to Travelers on the Omnibus, the Voice from Mississippi. They always run a great podcast. This last week's episode was about the 70 movies, The Warriors, which is all-time favorite of mine. Great cult classic movie. If you've never seen it, definitely check it out. Check them out as they kind of walk you through it.
That's Jay, Jody, Brady, Ethan.
Yeah.
A bunch of good dudes over there.
Good people. And then the Whiskey and Wrestling Crew. If you like whiskey, if you like wrestling, go check out Michael Hall, Jason Holder. They pretty much cover everything week to week. You get caught up on whatever you've missed pretty well. They got good opinions, so give them a go.
Good opinions and better whiskey.
Yeah, they do. They got pretty good whiskey.
As
far as things coming out this week, there's a new A24 film called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies with Pete Davidson, a little murder mystery. Think
little Moida.
Yeah, I think live action Among Us with Pete Davidson. And there you go.
That's all you need. You don't.
I don't know who else would not want to watch that, because that's what I thought of when I saw the trailer, and I was like, I'm sold.
And other celebrity news: Pete Davidson, ladies, is on the market.
Yeah. In other celebrity news, Ezra Miller is
stop, dude, not again,
dude.
No way.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
What did he do this time?
Let me see here. I'll just type in Ezra Miller, see what the newest update is, because there's like 3 this week.
Oh my God.
So I think he is kidnapped.
Stop it.
No, it says Vermont officials are concerned Ezra Miller is shielding the whereabouts of a mother and her 3 kids at the actress' farm, saying their safety cannot be reasonably assured. I heard
is he starting a cult?
I heard he was like on the run with body armor and stuff.
Yikers, dude.
I don't know. Every time I see his name pop up, I get nauseous.
It's never good, dude.
No.
Like one day, I just want to open up my Google News feed, and I want to see Ezra Miller saves 9 kittens.
No way.
Ezra Miller adopts a puppy. You know,
they would never. But the interesting thing is, so Discovery just bought Warner Brothers, right?
Right.
And they've been axing projects left and right.
Yeah, like Supergirl,
Batgirl. A couple TV shows have gotten axed. And so no one really knows what's going on with Warner Brothers. They came out and said today they're setting up like a 10-year plan based off of like the Marvel
phases.
Thing. Yeah.
Right.
But they've been saying that for like 15 years now. So I don't know what they're going to do. My biggest question is, how long do they let this happen before they just have to axe the Flash?
Yeah, I mean, look, at some point, When is it enough? Where does the line get drawn?
Like, I know they're hoping he'll just like stop kidnapping people long enough.
Well, it's like, dude, you start off with a little B&E, right? A little breaking and entering. You were under the influence. Maybe a little more understandable, right? So you're thinking, you know what? Everybody's entitled to a mess up. They're human, just like we are. And then you hear about the grooming thing, which we do not condone. Super not cool.
Yes.
And then this whole new thing that he's doing with kidnapping, which is, I don't know if that's a phase celebrities go through. Like,
I don't know.
I've never heard of like Brad Pitt never had a kidnapping phase, you know? Like,
I don't think Brad Pitt ever had a B&E phase.
Yeah, true. You know, but like, what? I don't know, man.
I can't figure it out. I'm sure The Flash is a good movie, and that's why they're trying to hold on for so long. But if you're going to start cutting things like Batgirl, which had Michael Keaton as Batman in it.
Yes, that's what I was most upset
I was a
about.
little butthurt that I wasn't going to get to see that.
Yeah. Apparently they released pictures, from what I understand.
Yeah, but I also read that when they screened the movie originally to audiences, it and Black Adam got 60 audience scores. Yeah, which isn't
well.
good.
Black Adam's just
Shazam. Well, yeah,
like it's just bad Shazam.
Yeah, so
I love The Rock. Don't get me wrong. I don't know, man.
I mean, you can't go into Comic-Con, which is like the holy grail weekend of you to light some fire under people's butts and excitement, and just release trailers to Black Adam and Shazam 2.
And that was all they did.
And
they got destroyed on social media.
Yeah, and then Marvel comes out and releases like the next 4 years of roadmap with like 8 movies, 10 TV shows.
Yeah, man. That, like, I don't know. I mean, we could be seeing the decline. Like, honestly, it would in the next 10 years. It would not surprise me to see them go under or get bought by Disney.
Warner Brothers?
Sure.
Or DC?
Warner Brothers.
I don't think they'll go under. I mean, they still make movies.
Yeah, but like
they still got HBO Max.
I guess that's true.
And HBO.
That is true. Yeah.
So I mean, like they still do stuff that's good, but DC is not one of those things.
No.
And so I don't know if if the new Discovery people are just trying to clean house, rid themselves of everything that happened before and start over. But they need to do it with not Ezra Miller and Amber Heard. Like, do you just like have a roster of awful people? Then you're like, you know who'd be great? That. I also saw today that Margot Robbie is replacing Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean.
I don't hate that, actually.
And I kind of do.
I don't.
I feel like Johnny Depp's getting shafted for something he didn't do.
Well, it's nothing again. I'm saying, look, I would prefer to have Johnny Depp. Okay. But if somebody has to replace him, I'm perfectly okay with it being her.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm going to watch it.
Well,
I didn't say that.
I didn't ask you if you were going to watch it.
I got rules, you know. She's in it, I'm watching.
That's one rule. That's a single rule, Jared.
Yeah.
You're going to watch the Barbie movie too, aren't you?
Hell yeah. Opening night. I'll be blaring Barbie Girl by Aqua all the way to the theater, boy.
We might watch it twice.
Yeah, dude. If they said you get to meet Margot Robbie, if you wear all pink, I would be pink head to toe. I'd be looking like a Pepto Bismol bottle. If that's what it took.
What he really means is that he'd do that for Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Either or.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not picky.
Ryan Gosling's another one of those guys that, like, if my head were on his body, I wouldn't be pissed off.
Yeah, exactly. Have you seen the pictures of him? Oh, I think we've already talked about that.
Yeah, he's shredded.
He is shredded. It's just really funny to see him with like beach blonde hair.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it'll be a good time.
Of course.
All right. Well, I think that's everything for today. I know it's a quick one, guys.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely be back next week with some more goods, and we're excited. We're just trying to get back in the swing of things. Our vacation, kind of took us out of it a little bit, but we're working our way back.
Yes, sir.
So that's everything I got.
Yeah, that's everything I got. Appreciate all you guys jumping back on board with us.
Yes.
And until next week.